Welcome back, everyone. Welcome. It's Hayden here, and welcome to my Minecraft Survival Series. This is episode 23. Last episode, well, really the last two, we've been working on the farm, which is coming along quite nicely. And yeah, so we also got this little buddy, a dog, in the last episode. So, okay, so I do have stuff to do. I have planned some more stuff, but I saw that there's a skeleton about and figured it'd be... Okay, is he not about? Where'd he go? You would have seen him in the intro. What, did he get out of the water by any chance? What happened to him? Okay, well, never mind. There was a skeleton, but there's no longer a skeleton. So, what are we doing today, you might ask? And to that, I will say I have no clue. Except that's not entirely true. So, here's what we're going to do. I want to build out the cattle farm a bit more. I enjoyed building out the farm, and I want to continue developing stuff on the other side here, in this area. The problem is, I don't really know what to add. Obviously, we've got, always take some arrows, and bones are always nice. Obviously, we've got kind of a lot of stuff over here, and we have the portal over there. But I would like to continue adding to this spot and figuring out some things to build out here. So that's kind of the plan for today. Just continue. I want to build out some stables, bring in some animals. Just need to figure out how exactly we want that to look. So obviously this is the farm, and we are going to, so I'm just gonna eat some apple. Okay, so this bit's gonna continue out like this. Okay, and then these can all get broken, so that way I can build out like that. Break that too. Okay, so now we're walking this way. Just need to figure out how I want it actually done, where I want to build this. So we're coming into this section. I also want to do a bit more exploring, but I need to figure out kind of where to go. Maybe we head down there. We could find something cool on that side. I know there's a pillager outpost like right there, but we haven't really gone too far this way. So that could be interesting. I'm tempted. That's kind of like the two things I'm looking to do right now. But first I'd like to get this bit done, and then we can check it out. I'm really just in the mood to explore, which is a good thing, really. But because this place is coming along nicely, and realistically the farm I can't really do much more until the crops are ready to harvest, which that's its own problem. But yeah, and so I'd like to continue going this way. I guess we can make a pathway all the way down to the end portal, if there's a available kind of, well, there definitely is. Yeah, so we can make, what is this stuff, by the way? Firefly bush. Oh, that's why it like sparkles in the night. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to kind of come down to here and make a pathway to the end portal. That way we can just easily, get to the end. But that's kind of a later problem. But I want to get some animals. I also don't really have a lead, so we might not full it or make it, full now, but we can still build it. Just need to figure out kind of where's the right spot to do this. So these are going to come a bit further. Sorry. And then I also need to make some like light posts, like those, because those are quite nifty, and build them out to here so that we kind of get some more light. But yeah, so let's continue this way. I don't really want to put it on the right side here because I want the ability to kind of come down here and make a path. So I'd kind of like them to be on this left bank. Problem is with this left bank is we have the giant ravine here, which, you know, look, ravines I know aren't as great now as they kind of were in older versions of the game because of the caves. So if you get into a cave, there's a lot more that you can get there than in ravines. So I'm kind of disappointed with the amount of ravines that we have because they're everywhere and they just kind of break. Like there's another one right there. There's tons all around here. I'm not too happy with the structures that we've kind of got because I don't really want like all these ravines here. I'm not really planning on going and exploring the ravines. So it is what it is. But so okay, so we're gonna come down here. We could make kind of the animal pens around here if we level it out, because then this gives us kind of the solid road to run into the forest over here, which is useful. So that's what I'm thinking. I think that we need to kind of level this ground, but I can make the road out, or at least get an idea of where we want the road to go. Okay. And then I'm gonna head back and get some dirt, because ideally there's salmon there, but I don't really need salmon. I've got plenty of food and a whole farm. Okay, head down here. I also need, ooh, I could make an enchanting room too. That could be quite cool. Okay, either way. Ores, what am I looking for again? Oh, dirt. Alright. I have tons of dirt. Okay. So the dirt will be more than fine, and then these can all go like that. Did I close that back door? Yeah, I did. Nice. So yeah, I'm thinking that I'm interested in making an enchanting room now, because I obviously need 15 bookshelves to get the maximum enchantments, and I do not have that, and I don't really have room down there to have that, so I need to work on that. Okay, so come this way. Right here, that needs to be kind of plugged up. And we can go like this. Okay, so come down here. That's that. Walk up this hill, I guess. And then we can kind of level out this ground and put the animal pens. So maybe we just eat into this hill. I don't really know if I want to do that. But it's looking like I might have to because I would have a lot more space if I evened out the ground here. So I guess that is what we are going to do. Which is fine. This shouldn't take too long. And I don't need to even it all out, really. Actually, I kind of do. I don't really want to eat too much into it, though. So I guess I should probably start doing it from this side, right? Hello, piggy. So we want it to be on this level. This level. And then kind of like clear all of this stuff up. What's on here? Oh, it's just a regular. Because I don't need huge pens, but I would like them to be kind of level. Obviously, I'm gonna need more shovels. Okay, let's head on back. We can make some more. And then I also kind of, well, no, I'm fine, actually. Oh, wheat seeds. Okay, this is always helpful. That will work. That was stupid. Head on back home. See, because I saw those sparkling at night. I was wondering what they were. Oh, what is... Is that lava in the distance right there? Is that just a pig of some sort? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Hello, boy. Head to bed. Now up we get. Okay, and then can I just mine this with a regular pickaxe? Or do I need... Well, I guess I'll check that out later. It's not too hard to make anyway. So, what am I looking for? I guess, first of all, excess blocks, I can put you away. And then stone pickaxe, or no, stone shovel, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll make 5, because I think 5 are probably going to be needed. And that still gives me some inventory space. I don't really need some of this stuff though. I don't really need any stone pickaxes. Another iron sword, don't really need it. The rest should all be fine. Oh, and then that can go in there. So then that leaves me with this. Okay, let's head back out there. Get back to work. And then I'm not gonna level too much of the right side of this. It's really just the left here that I want to eat into. Kind of from this angle, and then I can grade it after. And then, as I said, like, these pens are not going to be big. We really only need... What? Oh, it's raining. That's great. Oh well. We really only need a few things. Cows, pigs, sheep. And those are just the essential. How far am I going? There we go. Okay, that's one level done. Well, yeah, we go all this way. So this is kind of like our boundary. We go all the way from here, clear this whole level out, and then that gives us kind of this whole platform to use to build pens. Lots of dirt though. Is there... No, there's not lava there, right? No, there's not. Oh well. I can just get rid of dirt this way. What do we need to get rid of? You and you. Put it like that. There we go. Now head back to work. Get our next piece on board. Okay. So am I gonna eat this, like kind of knock out this whole hill? Yeah, I realistically am. Do I have enough room for all the flowers? Yeah, I do. Hopefully. They will get a new fresh spot. I promise. Yeah, okay. That works. Especially once I get rid of these. Okay, nice. Let's continue to knock this platform out. This should be good for the crops though. In theory, it should. Okay, so how far down? We're breaking it from here. But this is all for the greater good. I need... Well, we're just expanding out this kind of homestead we've got. The problem is there's just so much dirt. Like, unbelievable amounts of dirt is just in my inventory. I also need to... I completely forgot about this. I was planning on building like this copper statue. I don't have enough copper for it yet. But so I do kind of need to do that too. Because, well, I guess that could just be done at any point. But yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll just have to wait and see. But I'm planning on building something. To be honest, I haven't really figured out what I want to build for it. But I guess we'll get to that when we get to that. That's not necessarily true. I know roughly what I'm wanting to build. I just hope I can do justice and build it correctly. Okay. And I actually think copper, so there is going to, sorry, I'm rambling on a bit, but when this video comes out, I believe the copper update might be out. It may not be. So, but at the point of recording this, the copper update isn't out. So, all that means is that it kind of like the copper still has limited use in this game, for this version of the game. So at this point there isn't obviously a use for it. It's just kind of there. When the copper update comes out, there'll be a lot more use to it, but I still think copper is an underrated block in this version of the game, because it's such a cool, like, yeah, it doesn't have a use in actual survival or hardcore, really. Like, if you're just playing the game to survive and win, there's not really use in it. But if you're playing it to build, there's so many cool things you can do with it. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. And I think it's the perfect block to build statues with. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna build a copper statue, and it's so cool because it ages as you go along. It weathers, oxidizes. So that's cool. But I'd like to get that done at some point. Again, we'll cross that road when we get to it. I don't know if I'll build it on camera or if I will, what I'm going to do about it, but I'll get to that when I get to that. I don't have enough copper for it yet. Yeah, we've made some good progress here. We've made some very good progress here today. Now hopefully we can go home, get a good night's sleep, and come back the next day to a dry and clean world. Now. Alrighty. Day 2 of construction is done. To be honest, it's just the clearing that takes the longest. I would give you an apple if you could eat one, dog. But unfortunately, no, you can't eat one. He only eats meat. And I don't really have any meat to give him at the moment. Okay, down we go. I need excess blocks. I need to get rid of pretty much all of my, yes, that's 5, all my dirt pretty much. Realistically, okay, you could just burn, like light a fire or have a lava drop off area and just burn whatever you need to get rid of. But realistically, right, it's not the end of the world if you have the storage space to just keep the dirt. I say this, but I may very well go on and burn all my excess stuff in the future, and I probably will. But right, the dirt can be useful with a few things, so it's not the end of the world to just have some stacks. I have a lot, so it's not really needed. You don't need as much as I have, but you do need a lot, especially with stone. Stone, that's actually really annoying. I should have just crafted them when I was there. Oh well. Stone is, you desperately need stone. I desperately need stone. So, because I'm wanting to, as I've said numerous times, the goal is to build this really cool castle and village. That's kind of like the main building motivation. I want to obviously finish the game and everything, but and that's why I'm kind of upset with myself that I started the game in. I don't need that many. I'm kind of upset that I started the game in. Those can go. Let me switch items. These can go away. I can make some more arrows. I don't really need to do that just yet. Do I need anything? Oh, these can. Oh. Do I want to get rid of those just yet? I can get rid of the stone. I don't really need stone at the moment. Okay, on our way we go. Right, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, obviously I need a ton of stone because I want to build this cobblestone castle. And that's, yeah. So obviously the goal for this series is to kind of do that and do it. And so I just completely lost where I was. So what I was saying is, I'm kind of upset that I started the world as hardcore. Because, like, even now, where I've died, I believe 5 times in total. I'm still playing hardcore technically. I just keep on bringing myself back to life. But if I died right now, it'd bring me to the hardcore thing. So I have to obviously go in and actually change the settings for the world, which I haven't done yet, but I need to do that at some point. But I'm a bit upset that I made this hardcore world, because I feel like it kind of takes away from what I was wanting to do. I didn't really want to play hardcore, but I just felt like it was kind of the right thing to do in a weird way. But realistically, all this world is really wanting to do is I want to actually beat the game, and then I want to also build some cool things. and not like any crazy builds either, but just things that I'm wanting to build or that go well with what I'm trying to do. And I want to build that castle, and that's kind of like the end game area. I don't know if I'm going to beat the game before I move on to there, or if I'm going to move on to there before I beat the game. But those are bridges we'll cross when we get to it. I'm just trying to get set up here, and then we can focus on stuff after that. I imagine kind of the path of how I play this is I'm going to stay at this house, kind of build this place up to be a pretty cool base. I quite like this place already, right? But we're going to continue building it and making it a cool spot. And then what I'm going to do is beat the game here, kind of do all of that, and then I can move on and start building out that castle after beating the game. Continuing the series, kind of in a more less adventurous tone, kind of like how it is now, where I'm just kind of building stuff or working on things. And then I want to introduce mods to the game. I want to bring in, I'm almost all full in my inventory again. I want to bring in a bunch of cool mods and kind of flesh out the world even more. But that's something we'll get to eventually. That's kind of the path I'm looking at now. And then there comes the other thing as well. I don't really know how many of the adventure aspects of the game I'm actually going to go through with. Because a lot of it also entails you finding the right places. And if I don't find kind of the right things, I'm not necessarily going to... Just need to put those there. If I don't find the right things to kind of explore, I'm not necessarily going to go out of my way and kind of go looking for them, if that makes any sense. So if I don't find a warden, I may not go and defeat one. But if I do find one, then I'll likely at some point deal with them. But I guess that these are all things for later game. At the moment now I'm just getting set up. We have some things to do. Realistic, and I did a bit more research into outposts, and they turn out to not really be as lucrative as I had kind of thought they were. Doesn't mean I'm not going to go and check out those 2 outposts. But what it does mean is it gives us kind of like one less thing that is on the to-do list. I want to continue mining. I want to build this stuff out, explore a bit more. And then we really need to move into the raid. That's what's going to eventually happen. So for that to happen, I need to fortify this village, which shouldn't be too hard of a task, but that's going to be kind of this cool next thing that we do, is build some fortifications for this place. Which, as I say, isn't too bad, but yeah, I'd like to build kind of maybe some low walls around it. Build kind of a guard tower maybe. I don't know, just build a bunch of stuff to enhance the defense of the village. And then we can save it from the raid and get on with our day. That'll give us some pretty cool loot. And then it's just about, exploring the world. Eventually we'll have to make it to the end. I still haven't been to the Nether in this world, obviously. I've been to the Nether plenty of times before. So we have a lot of stuff there to do. So realistically, there's a whole lot of stuff to do in Minecraft. And when you combine kind of the general progression of the game and the adventures you can go on with kind of the creativity that comes with, building and creating a cool world, there's a whole lot of stuff to do. And you can really have a lot of fun with it. So I think, I'm excited about this. We're making some cool progress. And so as I said, look, the 2 things I've got queued up now, this episode we are gonna finish that animal path. And then after that, then we've got I want to make that enchanting room. And there goes my... No, I have one more. But I'm running out of inventory space. That is okay. Do I have to go one more down? Yeah, okay, but that's not the end of the world. I'll get that in a second. So those are the two things I want to build. I want to build the animal pens. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to put any animals in the pens just yet. But I do want to build them. Oh, we need chickens too. Ooh, but I'm not going to put the chickens in here. Because I can make a chicken coop. So I'm not going to keep chickens just yet. That'll be a whole nother thing that we do. We can make a chicken coop. I just need to figure out how I want to make a chicken coop though. And as I said, well, I pretty much say this like every episode that we're doing anything to the land, but I would absolutely, well, I'm looking forward to looking back and potentially doing like a screen grab from the village, from like up there looking down over all this land, then versus kind of when it's all done. Because it changes, which also, that's kind of what I really like about this game. When you're building and everything, it's the gradual progression and how things kind of change and move about. There we go. Now we can head off to bed because I don't have another shovel. So kind of need to head back there anyway, and it's nighttime now, so head off. Crops are almost done, which is good. It looks like the potatoes are ripe. So we can farm those in the morning. Really, the potatoes are the big, like, concern. Not concern, but just... I would like to get as many potatoes as I possibly can. I just want to fill up the field. And potatoes are such, in my mind, they are such a great food source in this game. Bread and potatoes are, like, specifically baked potatoes. Okay, they're not really done just yet. Still got a bit of growth to do. We can go take care of that skeleton now. Where'd he go? So he was just here. Where on earth did he go? I looked away for a second, and next thing, he's despawned. That's annoying. Oh well. Not the end of the world by any means. See how many caves there are? Or they're not. These aren't even really caves. These are just ravines. Like, well, this might be a cave. Because that's a mine shaft, isn't it? That looks a bit like a mine shaft. And there's a lot of fun stuff here. So this would be a cool place to kind of clear out at some point. Oh, that's unlucky for them. Okay. I'm definitely gonna need some. I didn't do what I needed to do there. See, now it's coming along quite nicely. Put up some flowers as well, because I have them on me. Okay, what did I... That's right, I need to come down here, get rid of my dirt. So much of it. It's insane. Okay, I can keep that block there. Probably don't need that much. Okay, and then over here, don't have any stone. Okay, and we're just gonna make 4. No, we're gonna make 2 apparently. I need more than that. Okay. That will do. That will do. Alright. I'm really in love with this bridge. As I would have said a dozen times, I was a bit disappointed with it as I was making it, but subsequently I'm happy with it now. I think it really ties the place together. Okay. And then I just need to make some fences. Well, for the actual animal pens, and then we're set. Okay, that's that level done. So now we just need this level here. Lots and lots of work. It's a shame there's no way you can make this go faster. Obviously, I know if I had a better shovel, I could, but the problem is with that, there's just so much, like, the durability is not going to be worth the time that it takes, because I'm just going to lose the stuff, and I don't have such an abundance of materials that I'm really okay with that. Or that'd be a wise thing for me to do. There goes another shovel. And then, okay, so these are all full, so that can work with that. Okay. Let's continue on the work. Close to being done. And then I just need to kind of grade that hill. Even it out. And then also knock out all that stone and put dirt in its place. I also need to take care of that tree at some point. That one. That's what I was saying in the last episode. There's just some flying trees about. That one too. And that one there, yeah. Okay. So that's all done. Now we can get on with this. And this is always good because this just gives me more cobblestone. Actually, I need that. And as I said, I'm always in need of cobblestone, so the more the merrier. Because I'm going to need a lot of material to build this kind of castle that I envision. Not just cobblestone as well. Like there's going to be a lot of wood there and a bunch of other cool stuff. But then the other, and I'm going to build like some cool castle walls, and yeah, that's kind of like that's going to take a long time to work on, but I'm really kind of looking forward to getting down with that, spending time actually building it. Okay, can pick it up. Okay. Alright, now we can fill this up with the dirt. And the other problem with building that kind of castle is I want to actually build the village myself as well. So obviously I don't only need castle material, but I need material for the village as well. And then obviously I need to bring in villagers, but that's not hard to do. I can just boat them over. So hopefully there's a village nearby, or I'm just going to take them on a long trek. I can, and I believe this is doable. Is there a way to kind of, with a happy guest, to pick them up and take them? I'll have to look into what the best way is. I mean, I'd love to take a lot of these villagers. A lot of these buddies, but I also don't really want this village to be abandoned. We'll see. Maybe I source them from like the 9 different villages that we've discovered in this world. But yeah, so almost done. One more night's rest. I mean, we've cleared out the ground, which is big because that's not only for this kind of like animal pen that we're doing. This is big for, you know, everything here. So what do I need? Excess blocks. My dirt stuff. Okay, actually I'm just gonna take as many of these as possible, put them in here. It makes it look a lot nicer. Nope, that was not the right one. Nice. Okay. There's so many. Okay, put these all the way as well. Okay, that should work. Okay, I do need to smelt the glass. Smelt sand, because I want glass. Okay, now that we are set, I need wood. Which I certainly have enough of. That will do. And I'll take the fences and the gates, as well as sticks. Okay, wood. That's definitely more than enough. I need fences. How do you make a fence? This, that. Yeah, nice. Okay, so how many do I need? A lot, right? Yeah, I'll say a lot. Not that many though, right? maybe. I mean, that should be enough. How do you make a gate? Okay, so I don't need that many at all. Right? No, I just need one. Okay. That is that. Nice. Okay, let's get out there. Let's start building. What day is it in Minecraft? What day is this? Where day 73. Okay, so it's not like crazy far. Okay, those potatoes look ripe. A lot of them do. It looks like we're finally getting to being able to harvest that. So I'll probably harvest that next episode. Okay, well, I needed to grade that. Okay, that's all doable. Let's continue working on this. So this is kind of, I need dirt, but I'll get dirt. Okay, so we come to here, then we come down to here. This can be graded a bit more. Like that. You can add some flowers as well. Okay, this section, this definitely needs to be graded. So this whole spot here goes down, because am I gonna need another? Yeah, I am. Okay. Okay. I can just finish this in the next episode though. So I'll get back to that another time. Okay. This side, although I do have dirt now. I want to kind of put this stuff here, so it's not like you're running right on the edge. So you come down here. Okay, oh, is that not lily? I thought that was a lily. Ah, Nazir. Okay, so this section, we can put animal pens here. This bit needs to be filled. So come here. This might not be in the real world the best the best idea for sanitary reasons, but and then what pathway are we gonna take up here? Okay, so we can like go here. This might break before. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if this is going this way here to get to that forest, that kind of gives us this whole area here. So taking the fences. Okay, so you come here. This is where the first pen starts, I'd say. So you go there. And then make each one 10 blocks. Alright, so this can come all the way down to here. We'll make 2 pens, like 2 of the same sort of pens. I think that works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then how many further do we have? We each make, let's make them both 8. So that's 10. Which would mean that this one would be the middle. Okay, and then 1, so like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I can move this one more over. Ah, wrong spot. Oh no, that's, yeah, that's fine. Just right here. That. like that. Okay. And then this comes over to here. Okay, so then this would be 3 apart. Right. I need to figure that out. Hold on. I need some apples. Tide me over. So this section's gonna come back to here. Put that there. Like that. The middle is this block right here. And then the end is where this block, right? This block. Okay, so how many does that leave here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 off is 10. So a 4 by so 4 wide. That's kind of the number. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 would go to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. 1, 2, 3. We can add 1 more to each. Nice. So like that and that. Perfect. I'm also probably going to need more fence for this. Somehow. But that is okay. And then so these are... I don't need... I guess I can always have an empty pen, right? Either way, I can fill this back section up. This can go all the way across. Soak in this section. Plenty. Plenty and plenty. Okay. So that is the pen. So we did a decent job today. Kind of looking at things like that. So thank you guys for watching. Next episode I'm gonna build the enchanting kind of setup. And then I'm also gonna finish this animal pen. We're not gonna put animals in it just yet, but we'll get to that. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.